Alrighty. Good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time zone you're in. You're tuning in to the Chit Chat Chew Show with your co-host Uno and
Aisha, affectionately known as Jade, and good evening wherever you're at, or good day wherever you're at. So we are going to be talking about an interesting topic.
Yes, very.
And we're hoping that people tune in soon. I know we're a little behind. Yes, we are a working couple.
Yes, apologies everyone.
So, yes, sometimes when you have to depend, I should say, on transportation, sometimes it's a little crazy. So we might in the near future actually change our time up just a little bit so we don't have all of you waiting for us. But hopefully, if you haven't forgot about us, you will tune into Spreaker and check us out. Again, I'm Jade, and the other co-host is Uno.
Yes, Uno. That's what everyone calls me.
So let them know what the topic or discussion is going to be about tonight.
Okay, how is one gay? You know, how do people get into the lifestyle? People have a different walks of life, okay? Now, some people, it could be, you feel like you was born this way. So that taps into a spiritual thing. So some maybe call it, a good sense of spirituality or a bad sense of spirituality, which goes into, outside looking in, people feel like it's an abomination and people took it over by demonic spirits. So the two reasons is either that, what I just said, or you born gay, or is it because you was turned out in a lifestyle when you get to a certain age group? Or is it because of sexual abuse? Rather, it's rape or molestation. So, how does one become gay? This definitely gonna be interesting. And let's a disclaimer here, okay? This is not. We're gonna speak our minds. We're gonna say whatever we need to say. So to put it out there, this is not to bash no one. This is not to condemn anybody. Because me and Jay, we're lesbians ourselves. We're in the gay community. So this topic is not about condemning us or anybody that's in the community with us. We're just trying to have an open conversation, a discussion, a serious discussion about, why we are the way we are. Or just society, why is there so many people who are in the lifestyle? Because the times we're living in now is really high. The rate is high. So many people within a community. Not that it's a bad thing, but it's just observation. So I just want to put that out there. So we don't need nobody in their fucking feelings. We don't have time for that. This is not the platform for that. It's not that serious. It's just, we just want to, just kind of, just open everybody's minds and, being able to engage with each other. And that's pretty much it.
Yes. So everyone comes from a different space and place. You have individuals that say, well, I was born gay. You have individuals that say, circumstances in life, I'm now gay or lesbian. And you have those actually that is a trend. Because I see a lot of people now where it just seems like it's
I forgot that one.
Like it's cool.
Yeah, that trend.
It's cool to be gay for now until they get tired of it and then
they go back to being straight again. But that's another good question. Is it a trend too? All right, yeah.
And so how can they tune in with us live chat? I just want to make sure, is that accessible or what?
Yes, it's accessible. All they gotta do is go to Spreaker. I'm not holding nobody's hand, not babysitting. I'm not, everybody's grown. Use your brain. So go to Spreaker. Just type in the search engine Chit Chat Chew Show. It should pop up because we're streaming live. So you will get a icon and button showing you that we're live right now. Okay, so it has the icons and the buttons and what have you. Or you can follow the link that's in the flyer that me and Jay posted today on all social media platforms. That's Twitter, that's Facebook, and that's Instagram. So there's no excuse. So you got two ways. Type it in the search engines on Spreaker. It should pop up. We're live now currently. Or you can go or follow the link and plug it in your search engine on your phone or your computer from our social media platforms, Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. The link is in our flyers. That's how they can tune in.
Well, you have it. So let's get this thing started. So I'm curious. Let's start with you first, and
Start with me first,
of course, and let the audience know, from your own personal experience. Do you feel as though you were born to be a lesbian? Did circumstances in your life take you to be, to be lesbian? Was it a combination of different things? Let's start with you and see.
I always said I was born this way. But it could be a combination of things too. I say one, I could say circumstance. But for the most part, I always felt I was a boy. I always felt I had a overwhelming spirit of, in a manly way, I had that overwhelming spirit of, I felt like I was a boy. I wanted to be a boy, not in the sense of literally, it just had manly ways. So I always felt like that. So that's my answer. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Even now, I'm really comfortable in my skin, and it's not changing. And so to flip the question back, would you like me to add some more before I
add some more?
Okay.
And you say circumstances. You think it has to do
with
I
say more so being born that way, but I feel like the circumstances enhanced it. It enhanced who I am today, who I become today.
Okay. Well, if you would like to further it, we're listening.
Okay, yeah. Like I said, the reason why I say I feel like I was born that way is just like I said, I always had that spirit of wanting to be something else. It never had, now when I was growing up with my parents, of course, my mother and my father had me dressed up girly and I wore girl clothes, but I never felt comfortable in that. I just did it because it was just the right thing to do. It was just what they wanted to do, and you didn't question that. Especially being raised in a black family, you just did what you were told. So, but when I was not getting dressed up, if I was going out nowhere with my parents, more so my mother, because she always took me and my sister everywhere she go, pretty much. I was in the house just being comfortable, wearing my brother's clothes, put on their shirts, put on their pants, put on, I even tried their little underwear, put on little boy sneakers, or my older bro, try to put on his big shoes and think I was doing something and being in the mirror trying to be manly, woo. But, so that's my reason. I feel like I was born to be a boy. It didn't turn out that way. That wasn't in the cards. And, I don't know. I feel like I came, like, I guess reincarnated, you want to say? Like, I was here before. This time, I came back as a female. And I would say circumstances, because a lot of times, we got to reconnect in here. Let me see. Might want to go have to push this back. So let's see. Usually get a strong connection this way. I was gonna say push it this way. Let's see. Come on now.
So I don't know. We're still on.
I guess we're still on. It look like it's trying to reconnect. So hopefully, it's not like making our.
Oh, there it goes.
I hope it's not making our session jumpy.
Right.
That's what I'm concerned with. So,
Right.
yeah, okay. So, anyway, I hope you catch that. But like I said, I just want to reiterate because in case people didn't catch some of what I said, I'm just gonna basically sum it up. It's just I feel like I was born that way because of what I did since I was younger to grown into. Let's see. Why do you keep saying reconnect?
I don't know. Wow. Reconnecting.
I was recording it.
Well, let's keep going. We'll see after the show.
We shall see. Okay, so.
See after the show.
All right. Apologies. So, I was saying that I feel like I was born that way because that's what I feel inside. That's what I always felt in my soul from when I was young, grown into a woman. But I always had those manly ways as a kid, and noticing that, because of being around my brothers and doing the things they do, and then from that to a tomboy, and then now still living in that lifestyle and carrying myself a certain way on the masculine side. So it's just in my, it's just in my spirit. That's just how I feel. That's why I feel like I was born that way. And then I would say circumstances enhance it, because usually, this whole social observation, or if you're talking about social engineering, or it's just life circumstances, things happen with male and female. When you have more male dominant energy in your home, and when the father is absent, a lot of times, not every case, but a lot of times, if there's a lot of, if there's females in there, a lot of times she might take on the aggressive side, or she could turn out to be gay. Hang around a lot of women all the time. Or, if it's the same thing with a male, like if the male is around a lot of women all the time, I mean, not to say this is every case that every man turns out to be gay, but from the social observation and engineering, or life circumstances, if he's around a lot of female energy, the male takes on her attributes, and they get turned out to be gay. So, and I feel like in my case, you flip it over, me talking about just being a female, just having a lot of that male energy in the house, and my father was absent. And I think maybe sexual abuse played a part in it too. So that's why I say both. How about you? Why do you feel that you're gay? Or how did you become gay? Either or both.
Okay, so for me, slightly different. I've been trying to rack my brain about this for quite some time. Was I born gay, not born gay? So I've just pretty much come to my truth that I was not born gay, even though I've had feelings and or attraction towards looking at pretty women in magazines and seeing beautiful women just physically face to face. I'm gonna say strong circumstances, and what I mean by that is that I was molested at 3 by a man from 3 to about 7 or 8 years old, raped as an adult, like in my early 20s. And so sexual abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, if I didn't say physical abuse. So mine's is more strong circumstances. Again, I like Uno, I was, except for a 2-parent, I was raised in a 1-parent, raised by my mom. And again, was raised in a family structure that was very spiritual or religious. I'll say religious because back then we didn't say spiritual. We said, in a Christian upbringing. And I'm not knocking the Christian upbringing, but you speak when you were spoken to, do as you were told. And even though I may have had aggressive thoughts or was the little tomboy, I could not display that in front of my mom, because I was the little girl with the ribbons and the barrettes and just that cutesy, just ultra little femme little girl. And even as I got older, I just had to display being feminine. Mm-hmm. So when I got around my nana, when my nana took care of me and my mother had to do what she had to do, whatever that was, working, travel, take care of business, whatever, my nana allowed me to be the me that I wanted to be, which was a tomboy. I would climb a tree, climb a fence, just be a tom girl, as I say it. And my nana didn't say nothing. She allowed me to just run around, get dirty. Like, my mom didn't even like me to get dirty. Like, she just did not like me to do that. So, so by the time we timed it for my mom to come back and pick me up, those dirty clothes were washed by my nana. I was thoroughly clean, and I went back to the way that I looked when my mother dropped me off.
Like ain't nothing happened.
Like nothing happened. And I believe that because of the abuse in general that happened to me, that brought me into my lesbianhood. I was at a point where I hated men. I do not hate men any longer. However, I don't trust them like that, no. And I'm still very cautious, but no, I don't hate them anymore. That just wasn't heard of in my family. You know what I'm saying? Especially my immediate family as far as me and mother, because I'm the only child. I didn't have any siblings. So if you understand being the only child, you know what I'm saying. Also, what else did I want to say? You know, I had to live that typical life. You know, I was attracted. Well, by the time I understood what.
And when you say typical life, you mean the straight life, the straight lifestyle.
The straight life, yes.
Okay.
So, though I had those hidden attractions towards little girls or whatever, you know, as I got older, yes, I was attracted to men, obviously, because I have 2 children, but that don't mean nothing. I thank them for giving me my kids, assisting in giving me my 2 kids, but that's really all that they could have done for me. I just got to be honest. But then, hey, I was in that lifestyle where I was attracted to men and women. However, though my tendencies were more stronger towards women, but again, no one knew that unless I met you in that lifestyle. So when I decided that I had enough of living that lie, because you know, I thought if I run away from Christianity and I'll, you know, become a Sunni Muslim, all those feelings that I had towards women would go away. Let me cover up. Let me be Muslim. That did not work. Still had an attraction towards women, and found out that there were other Muslim women who were attracted to other women. So with that being said, that was weird, different. But again, I just had to me, stop living my lie and start living my truth. Took off the garbs, got away from the church and just said that I didn't want to have a label. I just wanted to be a spiritual person and search for truth and happiness and peace and knowledge for myself. So I still live that life today. Like, I'm just a spiritual person, though I do practice Buddhism. But you know, I'm just learning to be more conscious. I'm definitely not in anybody's denial. And please, people, just because I'm a lesbian woman with children doesn't make you more lesbian than me, because I'm very comfortable in who I am and I know who I am. I have a lesbian daughter. Yes, I have a lesbian daughter who I feel, just my opinion, that she was born to be a lesbian. That's my opinion.
People dispute that. Like,
they do.
Any person that's, I don't care if you are stud, femme, bisexual, any form of homosexuality, they feel no one is born gay. Something possess you to be gay.
Well, I mean, for me, you know, and I know we're going to be talking about, like, you know, is it a demonic thing, or do you have some type of evil or negative energy force in you?
And this go back to biblical times too, because I want to touch on that. As they say, the reason why homosexuality is so rapid now. And then you have, I forgot to mention one about spraying chemicals in the atmosphere that's messing with the hormones and your hormonal system in general, to knock your body off balance where it makes you become gay or act gay. I mean, this is something the government was doing and kind of putting it out there. Not so much, but they put it out there here and there. They were using it in war, you know, to destroy their enemies. That's pretty.
I don't know how true or true not. I don't know. Let me repeat that. I don't know how much truth it is to it, though I am an open-minded person. I am an open-minded person because at this point in time, day and life, anything could be going on especially when it has to do with the government. So I wouldn't be surprised, but I just don't know about that. And again, I'm an open-minded person, so
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I
But
get.
you know, it'd be.
No, go ahead.
No,
I want you to say it. Go ahead.
I mean, I just don't know. I was getting ready to flip because my brain is all over right now. So I don't know about that. You probably could speak on that a little better than I can. When you have some Christians that say you're going to hell because you're gay, well, guess what?
That's what the Bible say. That's what they say.
I feel that we live in a hellfire right now. And who are any of us to judge anyone, even if we disagree with a person's actions or lifestyle? I feel that there was homosexuality in those biblical days.
It was. That's why Sodom and Gomorrah got destroyed. Because it was so much. This is the thing people get misconstrued. They think homosexuality was just condemned when Sodom and Gomorrah, those cities were destroyed by, they say, the wrath of God. But you gotta keep in mind so much other stuff going on. I mean, you had poverty on purpose, you had bestiality, you had witchcraft, you had rape, you had adultery, fornication, what else they had? Really mistreating people who was of lower class. There's so many things. They had pedophilia. It was so much going on there. And that's why it got destroyed. Not just because, it was a bunch of gays around just corrupting everybody. Mm-hmm. So when Christians just single out one thing, like that's just the worst thing that's happened ever in mankind history, when there's so many things. I mean, if you're going to say that, you might as well add everything else to that. Because no sin is worse than any other sin. So, I mean, I get what you're saying with the Christians and how they have their mind set up on the things they say from a biblical sense and also from a religious point of view. But can't nobody judge nobody. We don't know what the Creator's gonna do, and if anything happens, okay, that's something we gotta deal with. But that don't need to be anybody's concern. People should focus on how they can make the world better. Right.
And as we all know, I mean, let's just keep it truth. Like, there's so much from the pastor in that pulpit. Being gay,
yeah,
screwing young boys.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What is that? Ain't that homosexuality?
Exactly.
That they so much condemn?
Exactly. So it can't be right for some and be wrong for others.
To fit your narrative.
Exactly.
No. Mm-mm.
Exactly. I pulled something from procon.org, and it's titled "Born Gay?" ? Is sexual orientation determined at birth? Whether sexual orientation is a trait we are born with, nature, or is caused by the environment we are raised in, nurture, has been debated by scientists, religious leaders, elected officials, and the general public. Proponents argue that sexual orientation, much like handedness or tongue curling, is determined by natural, immutable biological factors such as genes or hormones, and therefore gay people should be entitled to the same legal rights and protection as other human beings. Opponents argue that homosexuality is a reversible and unfortunate lifestyle choice resulting from poor child-parent relationships, sexual abuse, brainwashing by pro-gay influences, or other developmental causes. Some contend that gay people should be denied marriage, discrimination protection, and social and religious acceptance. Pros and cons by category. It says, is sexual orientation determined at birth? We're going to see what that says. Okay, so that question again, is sexual orientation determined at birth? General reference, not clearly pro or con. The American Psychological Association stated in its article titled Sexual Orientation and Homosexuality, published on its apa.org website that was accessed in August of 2017. There is no consensus among scientists about the exact reason that an individual develops a heterosexual, bisexual, gay, or lesbian orientation. Although much research has examined the possible genetic, hormonal, developmental, social, and cultural influences on sexual orientation, no findings have emerged that permit scientists to conclude that sexual orientation is determined by any particular factor or factors. Many think that nature and nurture both play complex roles. Most people experience little or no sense of choice about their sexual orientation. So they have some other stuff that has pros and cons. I mean, this is going to be linked up to it, but I think as individual, to put all of us in a box would be wrong, in my opinion. Because again, I've stated it's individually based. I mean, we all have different places where we come from. And to say like it's your parents' fault for you to be born a lesbian, or, you know, in your life become a lesbian or become gay, I mean, I think it's that person's choice. If that's, you know, where they want to be, is their preference. I don't blame my mother, especially for, you know, choosing to come out and become a lesbian. She did not molest me or anything like that, though I do have some other issues, but you know, that's neither here nor there. But we're all individual. It's different. It's different for all of us. Maybe some it does have to do with parenting. I mean, I know you and I, we researched something in regards to how we see these young little boys, not even over 5, maybe 6, where their mother that they're raised by, their single mother, where they have them in feminine clothes and they think it's cute.
It's not cute. I don't care if it's from a white mother. It don't matter. It's just not cute, period. I feel like it'd be one thing if that child didn't have a choice, like in a circumstance, like in a messed up circumstance, like, okay, abuse, like sexual abuse, okay. Or as they come of age, they make the decision whether they want to be in a certain lifestyle, whether they want to be straight or gay. I can understand that, but I feel like to force that on them, it's like you're not giving them a chance to be who they are already. So yeah, it's crazy to me.
Right, and then let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that little boy, as he grows up, you know, he come out as being a gay man, a gay young man. Then the parent probably be pissed off. His so-called loved ones would be pissed off. But you can't be mad at him. I mean, you dressed him up in feminine clothes. He has
a lot of feminine ways. The mother condoned it.
Right. And thought it was cute. But it's not cute. We need those strong genes. It's nothing. And please don't get me wrong. There are some very courageous, strong men out here. Gay men that are out here. So my hat's off to you. You know, for raising your child or your children, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you have the mother's straight and you're gay. because I'm sure that can be challenging. I've lost a lot of people that was close to me, and I'm okay with that because I feel like you never gave a damn about me regardless. So I'm more than just being a lesbian. There's so much more to me than just being a lesbian. I'm a best friend, I'm a mother, I'm a daughter, I'm a spiritual person, I'm a humanitarian, I'm a business owner. Like I'm a hard ass worker, I'm a loving, caring, can be sarcastic ass person. But I'm just saying, like, there's so much more to me than, oh my God. And then it really trips me out.
Oh, continue.
Then it really
continue.
Then it really trips me out when people find out, like, damn, Jade lesbian. Then they want to block me off of Facebook or unfriend me on Facebook or no longer choose to want to speak to me or think that they can catch a lesbian disease because they're like, seriously, get it together, people. Get your life.
Come on, it's not that serious,
It's not
man.
that deep, honey. I don't want none of y'all.
Is that the case? So if I'm around a whole bunch of straight people, so I guess I need to start acting funny on y'all then, and not being around y'all.
Right. Because let's just be honest. Straight people, I mean, it doesn't matter whether you're gay or you're straight. People, I mean, I can't explain it. Like, it trips me out when I start thinking about it.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I was trying to pull up an article, but this Wi-Fi is just not working for me. And it was a perfect article, too. Perfect one, but I'm not getting nothing right now, so.
So, here's one. This question is, what is the difference between sexual orientation and sexual preference?
Oh my God, I got to pull up all these files again.
Again, what is the difference between sexual orientation and sexual preference? General preference, not clearly pro or con. The American Heritage Stedman's Medical Dictionary, in its 2002 edition, provided definitions for sexual preference and sexual orientation. Sexual preference, the preference one shows by having a sexual interest in members of the same, opposite, or either sex. Sexual orientation, the direction of one's sexual interest towards members of the same, opposite, or both sexes, especially a direction seen to be dictated by psychologic rather than sociologic forces, replaces sexual preference in most contemporary uses. So that's from the 2002 American Heritage Stedman's Medical Dictionary. It is sometimes impossible to find truly neutral terms to describe beliefs and events. Often the words used will automatically bias the article. Referring to homosexual behavior as a lifestyle or a preference implies that a person can choose their sexual orientation. Referring to homosexuality as an orientation implies that it is not changeable and not chosen. Other terms such as sexual orientation have different meanings to the groups involved. Some conservative Christian groups define the term as including exhibitionism, sadism, abusive pedophilia, bestiality, etc. No other group agrees with religious conservatives in this definition. Everyone else accepts that the term sexual orientation relates only to the gender of other adults to which an adult has feeling of sexual attraction. Interesting.
Very interesting. What's your thoughts on that?
It's, First of all, we have so many letters in our community. They have grown. Once upon a time, it used to be just LGBT, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender. And I'm not knocking it, but just within the past, there's more letters. Q for queer or questioning. It might be more, but those are the two I know. I intersect. And there's more. You have to nowadays. I guess what I'm saying is you have to be respectful and careful about using your pronouns with certain individuals because they are. You just have to respect where they're at, pronouns, and or again, just making sure that you call, you respect that person and where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
You have an androgynist, STEM, no label. The list just goes on and on. And again, there's no condemning, just observing, just talking. So, I don't know where everyone is at if you're listening. And if you are listening, let us know. Do you feel like you were born gay? Circumstances? Again, Uno said, there's some spray out here, they say, that's getting in people's systems, that's having them, I don't know, turn to be gay.
That's one. Let me look up that one.
Is it just a trend? Are you just, trisexual, so to speak? You just gonna try whatever the hell you want to try because you can do that, and when you get bored with it, you go on to something else. There's metrosexual.
Yeah.
There's just so much going on. So.
Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot of. It could be a lot of reasons. It could be multiple reasons for people, or a single reason. Mm-hmm. But I did just look up chemical spray about it that could make you turn gay, and I actually have a couple of files here. Sources, web sources here. Well. Okay, so I have one. I want to read two because it's pretty interesting. All right, so this is coming from TheGuardian.com. Air Force looked at spray to turn enemy gay. Make love, not war may be an endless slug of anti-war campaigns, but in 1994, the U.S. Air Force produced its own variation on the philosophy. What if it could release a chemical that would make an opposing army soldiers think more about the physical attributes of their comrades in arms than the threat posed by the enemy, and thus the gay bomb was born? Far from being a product of conspiracy theorists, documents released to a biological weapon watchdog in Austin, Texas, confirmed that the U.S. military did investigate the idea. It was included in a CD-ROM produced by the U.S. military in 2000 and submitted to the National Academy of Sciences in 2002. The documents show that $7.5 million was requested to develop the weapon. The documents released to the Sunshine Project under a Freedom of Information request titled Harassing, Annoying, and Bad Guy Identifying Chemicals includes several proposals for the military use of chemicals that could be sprayed onto enemy positions. One distasteful but non-lethal example would be strong aphrodisiacs, especially if the chemical also caused homosexual behavior, says the proposal from the Air Force's Wright Laboratory in Dayton, Ohio. The Pentagon did not deny that the proposal had been made. The Department of Defense is committed to identifying, researching, and developing non-lethal weapons that would support our men and women in uniform. Let me see here. Aaron Belkin, director of the University of California's Michael Palm Center, which studies the issue of gays in the military, said the idea that you could submit someone to some arousal spray and change their sexual behavior is ludicrous. Since you're here, we have a small favor to ask. More people are reading The Guardian than ever, but advertising revenue. Okay, I'm going to skip that part. It has nothing, it's not related to the article. But what that person said of being ludicrous, I have to disagree. It's not far-fetched because, I mean, come on. I mean, if they can clone people, if they can make animals intermix, and they can have, and they have robots that's going to replace humankind in the future, if they have all this technology that's so advanced that they can create anything, they can build anything. If they can make you react off of just spraying chemicals, not the gay bomb, but there's already documentation of them spraying them chemtrails in the air to make people sick or make people go out their minds. If they can do all that, I'm quite sure they have some kind of chemical or some deeper science that people can't comprehend or understand that can make people arouse and make them get gay tendencies. So I don't think it's ludicrous. I don't think it's far-fetched. And I wanted to read something from, this guy. Where is he? All right. There's a black chemist. He's a black guy. He was saying that they have chemicals that make black men gay. So they put the chemicals in food. So I was gonna read that. I don't see nothing further on it. I'm gonna go to this other one. Okay. All right. So, this is an article from alternate.org, and it's new levels of absurdity. Alex Jones says the government is turning us gay with chemical warfare. The conspiracy nut tells his truther narrative about marriage equality. Long before the Supreme Court overturned the Defense of Marriage Act, conspiracy broadcaster Alex Jones was warning his viewers that the government was turning people gay by putting chemicals in their juice boxes, water bottles, and potato chip bags that feminize men. The reason there are so many gay people now is because it's a chemical warfare operation, Jones said in a June 2010 clip that has gained renewed attention since the DOMA ruling. I have the government documents where they said they're going to encourage homosexuality with chemicals so people don't have children. So they don't want humanity to procreate. Cutting open a juice box revealed a nefarious plastic lining laced with estrogen mimickers. Jones continued, after you're done drinking your little juices, you're ready to go out and have a baby. You're ready to put makeup on, you're ready to wear a short skirt. While there's some research that suggests plastics leach hormone-like chemicals, there's no evidence that they're harmful to one's health or that the government is involved in a secret plan to plot the country gay. It's typical Jones conspiracy fare. Globalists secretly working to depopulate the planet so they can seize control. And that's another thing. If they are sought out to do that, they definitely, like I said, having a chemical to alter someone's sexuality is not far-fetched. Anyway, so globalists secretly working to depopulate the planet so they can seize control, but it's also typical of a vicious homophobic vein in Jones' worldview, which is overlooked and seems to run in direct contradiction to his proclaimed support for individual liberty. So it's just going on about Jones, but just that one paragraph, if more people watch the show and have the sense enough to see that we know he's connected with the government, so they're going to feed him information. So I'm sure he knows what's going on in the inside. I wanted to read something, or let me see if I can find. I think this might be it. Okay, I think I found it. This black man, he's a black chemist, okay? He was talking about the government's putting chemicals in the food to make people gay. So, Professor Tyrone Hayes has a very controversial theory about homosexuality in men. According to the professor, he has scientific proof that the government has been putting chemicals in food that turns people gay. And there's a video in this article here, which is from wordonthestreet.com. We speak with scientist Tyrone Hayes of the University of California, Berkeley, who discovered a widely used herbicide may have harmful effects on the endocrine system. But when he tried to publish the results, the chemicals manufacturer launched a campaign to discredit his work. Hayes was first hired in 1997 by a company which later became agribusiness giant Syngenta to study their product atrazine, a pesticide that is applied to more than half the corn crops in the United States and widely used on golf courses and Christmas tree farms. When Hayes found results, Syngenta did not expect that atrazine causes sexual abnormalities in frogs and could cause the same problems for humans. It refused to allow him to publish his findings. A new article in the New York Magazine uses court documents from a class action lawsuit against Syngenta to show how it sought to smear Hayes' reputation and prevent the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency from banning the profitable chemical which is already banned by the European Union. So, I mean, if the government has, when they work with the scientists, so if they have herbicides that can do damage to your endocrine system, if they have a product, suggest they have a product called atrazine, all right, which is a pesticide. If they can do that, where it sexually makes okay.
We're back.
Our apologies. Technical difficulties. We doing a continuation. So we keeping the first part and we coming right into the second part.
So go ahead and continue reading where you were reading. This our show, our podcast is about to be or not to be gay, and also, how were you born? Do you feel that you personally were born to be gay? Do you feel that it came from circumstances? Do you feel that there's like some type of chemical sprays, or is it put into your food that people are becoming gay? Do you feel it's a trend? It could be your personal experience. It could be your views, your thoughts, opinions.
Do you feel like it's a demonic possession?
Possession, trendy. It's no
sexual abuse.
Exactly. Any form of abuse.
Right. No right or wrong answer.
Exactly. No right or wrong answer. So when
there's no condemnation over here. It's no belittling. It's nothing like that. We just having an open discussion. That is it.
That's it. So when you listen to the first part, wherever cut off, we're gonna have this continuation of part 2. So we're just gonna have our co-host Bruno go right into what she's doing, and then when she's done, I'm gonna read something that I saw as well. So take it away.
All right, I just want to start from the top because it cut off when I was reading, and I don't want y'all to just be left in the wind. So I stopped at what the brother said. Wordonthestreet.com. Okay. I want to read it from the top. Okay, from wordonthestreet.com. This is the source where it's coming from. This black chemist, I mentioned him like 10 minutes ago in our show. He says they're putting chemicals. They're putting chemicals in the food. When he mentions he meaning the government is putting chemicals in the food to make people gay. Okay. Professor Tyrone Hayes has a very controversial theory about homosexuality in men. According to the professor, he has scientific proof that the government has been putting chemicals in food that turns people gay. Check it out below. We speak with scientist Tyrone Hayes of the University of California, Berkeley, who discovered a widely used herbicide may have harmful effects on the endocrine system. But when he tried to publish the results, the chemicals manufacturer launched a campaign to discredit his work. Hayes was first hired in 1997 by a company which later became agribusiness giant Syngenta to study their product, atrazine, a pesticide that is applied to more than half the corn crops in the United States and widely used on golf courses and Christmas tree farms. When Hayes found results Syngenta did not expect, that atrazine causes sexual abnormalities in frogs and could cause the same problems for humans, it refused to allow him to publish his findings. A new article in the New Yorker magazine uses court documents from a class action lawsuit against Syngenta to show how it sought to smear Hayes' reputation and prevent the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency from banning the profitable chemical, which is already banned by the European Union. So, like I said again, if they can do cloning's been going on since the late 50s, early 60s. If they can clone, if they can intermix animals, experimentation with creatures and beings, if there is spirits or some demonic entity living in people, if they can make that happen, if they have the most advanced technology on the planet, and they can create and build all sorts of things in the world, if they can create robots that walks and talk like you, or they make robotoids that acts and talk like you, and they replace you in the future, then it's quite possible that they have chemicals, the technology to alter your hormonal system. So with this article, it was, Tyrone Hayes was talking about the herbicide that has harmful effects on the endocrine system. And when he tested the atrazine that caused the sexual abnormality in the frogs, and he knows that can cause the same problems for humans. So if that's possible with the animals, then it's definitely possible with the humans. I don't care if it's in the food. I don't care if the chemicals are sprayed in the air. I don't care if it's in people's drinks. I don't find it ludicrous at all that it makes people gay or turn gay. Whichever it is. So, I mean, then you gotta really look at it. It's not a bad thing, but from observation, there's a lot of gay people in the world these days. Compared to, compare this to like the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. And we in the millennium era. So it is quadrupled from them years, from, them past years.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it just seems like, again, not condemning, just observation. I feel like it's like it's bigger than a fashion trend. It's like this gay and lesbian trend. I turn around a lot, and again, I'm no judgment on my side, because I'm just an open-minded person. But it just seems like everywhere I turn around, everybody is gay, lesbian, bisexual, trisexual, bisexual, metrosexual.
All kind of stuff.
The sexualism going on.
Sexual identity.
Right. And it's like, wow, they're getting younger. And the interesting thing that I've been recently seeing, I support the trans world, because at first I was not very clear on, I was used to the typical transsexual, transvestite, but it's grown so much, and quite honestly, I'm still learning about a lot of different things, and to each his own, because it's not for me to point a finger or judge anyone. But I've seen different things via Facebook or social media in general, where there are very young kids that are trans. And I'm just curious, is that the parents pushing them to do that, or is it that these
another driven force, or is it the questions that we had for the show?
Right. Or is it they really know and or comfortable in who they are or who they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it just raises an eyebrow. Not a bad eyebrow, just raises an eyebrow. But again, in our previous podcast that we just did, and let me just sidebar real quick. This is our first podcast show on Spreaker, so we're
working it out.
We are working it out. Learn through experience, and whatever little technical difficulties that we're working through. That's just it. That is what it is. You get better with time. They say wine tastes better with time. Well, Chit Chat Chew Show podcast is getting better with time. So thank you for being patient with us and all of that. Constructive criticism is welcome. That's fine, but don't be a smart ass, because the way my brain is set up, you can get it if I feel like you're disrespecting us instead of constructive criticism.
It's a big difference.
To make it better. So I just want to sidebar that real quick. But anyway, what I do have a problem with is these women. And I want to say is typically, and some might hate me, I don't care, or dislike what I say, but a lot of times it is our
black women. I said it.
I was going to get there. It is our black women.
I wasn't saying it towards you.
Oh, I know you wasn't. Who have these tendencies, some, not all, that I see it on social media a lot, and in person, let me say that too, where these little boys like 5-6 years old tops, you got them in them ripped jeans like they are looking like you. The only thing they may not have on is heels, but they have it on the ripped jeans.
And they don't possess a vagina and titties.
And their mannerisms, like how you have them standing and acting and girl, and I mean, come on, seriously? Like, I can't.
Y'all don't see no problem in that at all.
I have to say I have issues with that. If I have issues with anything from this show, I have issues with that. Like, let the boy be a boy, and as he gets older, if that's the lifestyle that he chooses to live, then let that be. Because, like I've said before, and like me and Uno have said on and off shows, y'all think it's cute. People may not see nothing wrong with it, but then as that young man, as he grows into a young man and a man, and he chooses to continue carrying on those traits, now all of a sudden you want to ban him, bash him for having those feminine ways. But boo-boo, you helped him get there. Like, let him be a man. If he wants to be a man, please let him be a man. Stop. It's like some of these black women want to force that on. It's like they're missing that man. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe they upset because they don't have no man like that. I don't know. Or I
don't know.
I don't know. But stop. Like, it's crazy because we did have some kind of. Was it something that we saw? YouTube or something? We saw something, and I think they were interviewing this black young man, and he was saying how he had a lot of feminine energy and feminine.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was just talking about that earlier in the show.
Yeah,
kind of broke it down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true. And
he said that a lot of him, those feminine qualities or that feminine presence that he had been around most of his life, it contributed to him being gay. He said that. So
you gonna get mad at him?
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey,
so you just gotta
be mindful, man.
Mindful.
I mean, no one's bashing you,
no,
but
there's definitely no bashing.
But we gotta start correcting certain things, you know?
Right.
I mean, because we can't keep having this cycle going on. And we do need our strong black men. I want to see that. I do. Jay want to see it. I know she do.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have no problem with strong black gay men. I really don't. My hat and respect go off to you. But I also have to say, I want to see strong,
straight men.
Straight black men.
We need
presence.
it. We need it.
Now, I don't think anything's wrong with that.
No.
Just like somebody will say, well, you lesbian, don't you do? What about straight? Okay, good. Strong straight women presence, that's cool too. I don't have no problem with none of it. Sometimes when we make comments or, give our comments or, our experience or observations, stop taking shit so fucking literally. Like, our opinions are our opinions as yours are, but don't try to bash how we feel, because that's just what it is, and we're not going to divert from it, because you may
feel uncomfortable or get in your feelings.
Right.
You ain't got time for all that. I mean, I know you showed me something earlier with that kind of behavior, and I'm not going to entertain it.
Right, because I was putting up some flyers, and I don't care who hear it, if he, she, or whomever is on here listening or will be listening to the replay. I mean, I'm posting up flyers, and y'all already in y'all feelings, thinking that that this is a show of condemning gays and lesbians, bisexuals and trans. No, we're not doing that. Not in nothing that we put up there stated in any kind of way that we're condemning the LGBT community.
Never said that. It'd be one thing if we said, oh, don't be gay and y'all lifestyle is bad, you shouldn't live that way, you should live the life of God the way he wants you to live, and we're not gonna be gay no more, we're gonna live the righteous life. Like, I mean, if it was something along those lines, or why is y'all gay, y'all don't need to be doing this because you were the same sex individual, like, it wasn't even nothing like that. We just opposed some questions to the people to get, let it be thought provoking and get people to speak on the matter. That is it.
Right. Adult conversation, grown adult conversations. But it's funny, if we constantly want to talk about the have and have-nots and Boo 1 and 2 and Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Who fucking who? That's what y'all do in them groups, right?
That's what y'all do in those groups. You pose them questions. Who fucking who?
Who give the best head?
And what position do you like? You would be on here and the views would be off the chart. But when it comes to something that's outside of the box
and real,
make you think, make your brain be stimulated. You don't want to talk about that, but guess what? We're going to continue doing what we do,
right?
Whether you choose to listen or not.
I don't give a damn.
It's about all topics, all discussions, thought provoking.
We're not leaving nothing untouched, okay?
Absolutely. So
even if it make us uncomfortable, do you think certain things we might not want to talk about? We're going to talk about it though. We're not going to run from or hide from it.
Definitely not.
I mean, come on, y'all. Get the fucking stick out your ass. It ain't that serious. Y'all be tripping. It don't be that deep.
Anywho, moving along.
I mean, I do have an article though. I do have something, but I want to make sure you say what you need to say and got your article, whatever you have out the way before I get into this. Do you have something?
I do. I have something. So mine's is related to. This was like a Q&A. I thought it was pretty interesting, some of the answers. So the question poses, are you gay by birth or is it something you develop? I'll read that again. Are you gay by birth or is it something you develop? Oops. Okay. So one of the people responded, the more I reflect and consider the circumstances, I would say yes, people are born gay. What I am trying to figure out is whether birth trauma can be a precursor to being gay. Okay? That was one. That was posted this month, November of 2017. The other one says, this is from November 2017, you are gay by birth. You can't change who you are attracted to. Your choice is whether you're going to act upon it or not. Another one is July of 2016. They say, well, actually, a lot of people are constantly talking about this and discussing this. Everyone has their own opinion. Like if a child has gay parents, he or she doesn't have to turn out gay as well, but he or she can. Or if parents are straight, child can turn out one of these ways. There have also been various researches. I did an essay about this in school. It's actually quite interesting. I believe that it could also be both. Something you have, a feeling, but it develops while aging. This is May 2016. It's an answer that is not yet determined, but I believe that everyone is born gay but choose because of various societal pressures. Another, I've always considered it to happen at birth. Even when I was young, I remember feeling attracted to males and females, and I didn't even know what it meant to be gay. Another said, I think most sexualities are present in some sense from birth. We start noticing these tendencies more and acting on them more later on in life, mostly after hitting puberty. This may be due to more education about sexual orientations and a general questioning phase. This one says, this being a particularly sensitive subject, I choose to be brief with my answer. I personally believe that when you are born innocent and not know what sexuality is. In today's society, our youth really is given this image of heteronormality, and this is actually what might cause confusion in kids' sexuality. For most people, remember being gay for as long as they remember. For others, people realize over time that what they're doing now isn't necessarily right for them, and start to develop other sexualities or romances. So for the sake of briefness that barely occurred, I believe that you can be born gay, and you can choose later on in life as you gain experience experimenting. Another said, you definitely can't choose to be gay. You can't force yourself to become what you're not. I'll catch up with you. So yeah, you were born gay and you're in it for life. Another says, it can be either. Some people develop it by birth and others develop it over time. Either way, people are all different in their own way regardless of when. Another says, I think no one was born straight, gay, bi, pan, etc. Sexuality is something that you discover with age. I won't read all of them, but I'll read this last one. You are gay or bi by birth, but you have to find out. I was attracted to girls too when I was in kindergarten, but I didn't know that. I just thought that I like them, like they are my idol. I always wished to be a guy so I can be with some girls I didn't know I was attracted to. So that was coming, just a few I read from 7cups.com. So I thought that was pretty interesting. See?
Yeah.
I mean, that's people's different views, different opinions, and no one is bashing, no one is hating. They're giving their personal views or thoughts. And that's what we're doing. This is not bashing, condemning, like Uno and myself said. It's just having a healthy, open discussion about our views as well as your views. So, it's no right or wrong answer.
Now when you listen, you feel dumb and stupid, don't you?
So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now I want to get to the most touchy, sensitive part of it. I mean,
oh yes,
is it demonic possession? We have to take it to the spiritual and biblical sense of it. Okay. Now, people should know the story, or at least kind of familiar with the story of the creator and Lucifer, and then how he cast Lucifer out of heaven. And then, the creator put together Adam and Eve. Okay, so then you have Sodom and Gomorrah, those two cities that was filled with a lot of homosexuality and other sins. Okay, so let me read that here. Okay, so like I said, I mentioned this the story of Adam and Eve. So I mean, of course, you had the fall of man. Okay, when mankind existed in a perfect way that the Creator wanted it, man and woman. Okay, but it all stunted when it fell, like the perfect world of man and woman fell because of the actions of Adam. Okay. Of course, y'all know the story of Eve eating the forbidden fruit, and Adam followed right along with her eating the forbidden fruit, and that's where the fall came, and that had a ripple effect on sins, the energy, the sins of the people, because of the negative energy from Adam and Eve's actions, which was persuaded by the devil itself, Lucifer, Satan, whatever you want to call it, the snake, whatever. Okay. At that time, Adam and Eve were immortal like the animals. Okay, so of course he tricked Eve, he tricked Adam. And with that, then you have the story of, okay, so we got the spiritual effects of that. The birth of sin. And that's when that energy came down to the earth, which, that's when you get that story of Sodom and Gomorrah, where the Creator saw humankind committing so many sins. So you have, you have the Adamic nature. You have Ham, which is the youngest son of Noah. He's committed a homosexual act on his father. This is coming out of the Bible, okay? This is just a story. I'm just reiterating it, saying it, okay? And then once, Noah had a bloodline of people that continue those acts, okay? And once, like I said, once the Creator saw the homosexual behavior in Sodom and Gomorrah, that's when he was planning to destroy humanity by fire. And those few that were spared, they were spared. So that's just the short story. I mean, it's long, but in other cultures, of course, it happened in the Canaanites practiced that, and the Egyptians practiced that. There was the Romans that practiced it. The Greeks practiced it. There was Israelites that practiced that. So, like I said, that energy carried on after Sodom and Gomorrah, because that energy was still left in the air. Okay, so that's just a little brief history. I mean, I could read it some more, but yeah. So the thing to see is, if Adam and Eve bit the forbidden fruit, which Satan put there to destroy humanity, as opposed to the Creator trying to salvage humanity, kept everything in harmony and balance, as the Satan want to cause inversion, which is another meaning for homosexuality, is inversion. But he wanted inversion, he wanted imbalance, he wanted to destroy what the Creator has created. So I guess people say people who have homosexual tendencies took on these devilish acts from Satan, and they feel like it's like they're saying as if we're like not so much descendants, but like breeds coming from him, like spiritual breeds coming from him, that energy. And that's because at times, when people, when they have that feeling of being attracted to the same sex, it's like that's one of them feelings they can't control. It's just there, and they have no reason why it's there.
Right.
So I know that made people uncomfortable, because now it's like, okay, well, damn. I'm not an evil person, so why are you saying all this? But we just having a discussion what it could be. I don't know, but we put all options out there. Like I say, we talked about sexual abuse, we talked about the trend, we talked about being born that way, we talked about what else am I missing? Oh, the chemicals, the chemical bomb.
What they put in the food.
What they put in the foods, what they put in the drinks. As you come of age, when you age and get into the lifestyle, some people get turned out. It could be many ways.
Prison systems. You can go in straight.
Yeah.
And you come out.
That's getting turned out pretty much. Yeah.
That happens.
It happens. But
DLs.
Oh, a lot of that. It's a lot of that
DL going on.
But I just wanted to put that out there. That's the most sensitive and touchy subject, because a lot of gay people ain't gonna hear that or face it. I'm not saying it's true, but when you start talking about that, they just really get either on defense, or it's no one says anything. Everybody's hush mouth.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just something to consider. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's true, false. I don't know. I'm just saying it's something to consider. We just don't know. It's a possibility for anybody. The reason why someone is gay.
So again, when you listen,
why did homosexuality come into existence? So that, they say it predates back to the biblical times, and even the war with the Creator and Lucifer. And how Lucifer brought his ideas and ways to humankind and infected them with it.
Right.
So it's pretty deep, though.
It is pretty deep, and it's something that's way past an hour and 45 or 2 hour show or 3 hour show. This is a conversation that can be continuous, ongoing. So definitely when you listen to the replay,
right,
make sure to leave your comments. Leave your experience on, if you're comfortable enough to, your coming out story, so to speak. Was it, do you feel that you were gay at, born gay, circumstances, it taken away from you, combination of things? And also share your experience about how do you feel about, being gay and being Christian, or being a gay and lesbian, being Muslim, Buddhist, even Jehovah's Witness, atheist, whatever the religion, spiritual path, faith, Wiccan, whatever. sky's unlimited to having this discussion, leaving your comments. I saw something as I was listening to Uno read, because I know it is a huge thing with being, in the LGBTQIA, the list goes on, especially with religion or spirituality. That's a big thing. And this small article that I'll read, it has several questions, is coming from livingout.org. Again, livingout.org. And it's in regards to, here's some questions: the Bible and same-sex attraction. There were questions like, are we just picking which bits of the Old Testament law apply today? What if you're same-sex attracted and tempted to reject what the Bible teaches? What does the Bible say about sex? What's wrong with a permanent, faithful, stable same-sex relationship? If we're rejected, what the Bible says about slavery? Why not what it says about homosexuality too? And surely the homosexual activity prohibited by the Bible was totally different to what we're familiar with today. I happen to click on the link or on the question, if we've rejected what the Bible says about slavery, why not what it says about homosexuality too? So I clicked on that, and I'll read a small portion. And it says, the church is under huge pressure to move away from biblical teaching with respect to sexuality. For example, the New Testament scholar Walter Wink, who is in favor of same-sex relationships, admits that the Bible does rule out same-sex sexual intimacy, but he also maintains that the Bible sanctions slavery, which thankfully we now recognize as deeply evil and wrong. Wink therefore suggests that it is quite right to move away from biblical teachings on this matter, in the same way that we have moved away from biblical teachings on slavery. However, Wink's argument is not convincing. To take the example of slavery, is it true that there is no biblical text which explicitly condemns and rules it out? But that is very far from saying that Bible sanctions it. Within the New Testament church, there was a momentous shift in terms of how slaves were seen. For example, Paul makes it clear that in terms of status before God, there is no difference between slaves and free people. There is neither Jew nor Gentile, neither slave nor free, nor is there male and female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. This is coming from Galatians 3:28, the NIV Bible, New International Version. Just because I'm not a Christian anymore doesn't know I don't know some of my Bible. Elsewhere, Paul says this: were you a slave when you were called? Don't let it trouble you, although if you can gain your freedom, do so. For the one who was a slave when called to faith in the Lord is the Lord's freed person. Summarily, the one who was free when called is Christ's slave. You were bought at a price. Do not become slaves of human beings. 1 Corinthians 7:21-23. So I'll just read these two, and then it has more, and you can, if you like, I guess we'll post these somewhere about what were articles. Okay.
Yeah, we'll post it up.
So Paul's first concern is to reassure Christian slaves that their status is no hindrance to following Christ. Don't let it trouble you. Many slaves will not have the chance to become free, and he wants to reassure them that they won't prevent them from being faithful to Jesus. But immediately after reassuring them that they don't need to become free if they're not able to, Paul positively encourages slaves to gain their freedom if they are able to. And at the end of the passage quoted, he instructs them not to become slaves of human beings. So it's a little bit more to it, but again, at your leisure, when we post these up, please definitely check these out. Because this is a conversation that can go on continuously,
Yes.
on and on and on.
Yeah, and then just keep in mind what I said about the biblical history and the spiritual aspect of when you're discussing homosexuality. I know they say, you hear those famous names: Adam, Eve, Noah, Cain, Abel, Ham. All plays a role in the whole act of homosexuality. So I'm gonna post links about that if you open to read it, and just kind of get a more open view, so I mean, yeah, this can go on and on and on. I could have got further with the biblical spiritual part, but I just kept it real short. So but we're gonna definitely post all these links up on our social media platform. So be keeping eye out for that. What you got up your sleeve, Jay?
No, I don't have anything up my sleeve.
You out there pulling out stuff?
No, I'm not pulling anything out the hat. Just had to make sure, when we do our social media, that we have everything that's accurate. That's all.
Do you want do you want to go ahead and talk about what we were saying on our way here? About what I showed you, that picture?
Right. So post that. We can definitely, yeah. We're going to ask that question specifically for the LGBT community, and we're going to ask this question again in another one of our shows, just in general. But yeah, let's do that, because I thought that was a pretty interesting question.
Yeah, that I thought it was too. Yeah, I mean, that really had me thinking, like, wow. Because the first thing I said to Jay was, if I had applied this, I'm saying before I met Jay, if I was just dating and I was single, if I had applied this early on in the game,
maybe things probably would have went
a different way.
Right.
And I could have avoided a lot of time, energy, wasted time and energy, heartache, pain, disappointment, hurt, all those sorts of things. So I'm going to go ahead and read it where I just seen it at. Wait a minute.
We hope that, once you listen to the replay, that you enjoy this. And again, we cannot stress enough. Please leave your own personal experiences. Leave your opinions, your comments, your views. Because we love to hear that.
Yeah.
It's not just about talking about, though we all know society loves hearing the juiciness, and we have no problem with giving you some juiciness. Giving you some of that chit-chat, chew show tea. But then we have so much more to talk about. There's so much more topics and conversation pieces. And, we're looking forward to bringing some guests on to our podcast. And it's just a ton of different things.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff lined up.
Let your mind just be free and be open to different possibilities and everything, I don't like to stay in the box, and I know Uno doesn't like to stay in the box.
I don't.
Be in the same box. That's boring.
Nah.
I don't want to talk about the have and have-nots every day. I don't want to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta every day.
I want to talk about other stuff, man.
I want to talk about other things that's important also.
I don't mean no harm, but
right.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Okay, my phone slowed down, so I'm going to post this just so I can speed the hell up. Okay, now I can get to it. Okay. I hate when my phone slows down. Okay, that was on, okay, right here. All right. I just saw that shit.
Paraphrase.
Nah, because I want to get the exact.
Well, your phone is acting special.
I see that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I just saved it, though. Okay, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I think I know. Here it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, y'all. I just had that shit. Okay, it was, oh man, because I don't want to just paraphrase it. Like, I wanted to be word for word.
Okay.
Damn.
We'll be silent forever.
Okay.
Did you find it? No, I understand what you're saying.
Okay. Let me get some love.
So,
But go ahead. I'll find it in a minute.
So, curious thing, if you feel like sharing also in the replay, you being in the LGBTQIA community, how has spirituality helped you in your journey? I'd be really curious to know that.
Say that again.
Being in the LGBTQIA community, how has their community, how has their spirituality helped them on their journey?
Has spirituality helped them on their journey?
Right, being in the LGBT community.
You want to ask these tough questions?
That's not a tough question.
I know. I'm just talking. It sounds like a damn tough question.
It wasn't a tough question to me.
Well, maybe to me it is.
Okay, well, maybe to you because you're specially gifted. Okay.
What you trying to say?
Nothing. It took you forever to find it, but good. I'm glad that you found it. So read it exact, word for word.
Okay, and I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to get right back to your question. Okay, a first date question. How aware are you of your traumas and suppressed emotions, and tell me about how you're actively working to heal them before you try to project that shit on me?
Say it again.
I'm going to say it one more time. These dates will get motherfuckers, I tell you. A first date question. So if you're single and you're going on your first date, okay, and you ask the person, man or woman, doesn't matter, how aware are you of your traumas and suppressed emotions, and tell me about how you're actively working to heal them before you try to project that shit on me. That's some courtship for you. I mean, that's a serious real question.
That's real rap. That's a serious question because so many relationships probably would have went way somewhere else.
Or wouldn't have been no type of connection relationship, period. They would have dodged a bullet.
Right.
Seriously.
Instead of settling, taking it, because maybe some people probably thought they couldn't do better, but you're right. They probably would have left that thing right away, like, yo, let me get the hell out of here.
Yeah, right. I mean, that to me, that kind of... I
have to say, I know I would have left.
So if I asked you that question on the first day, you would have actually left the table.
I'm not saying I would have left the table.
Yes, you would have left the goddamn table. Yeah.
No, let me say what I gotta say. For me, I'm a different person. I'm built differently. For real. I'm built differently. And if it would have been, where are you of your traumas? I mean, that is something because you most of us have baggage. And yeah. I like that question. How aware are you of your trauma and suppressed emotions? A lot of us are in some serious denial.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
And so, yeah, there probably would have been people that would have been like, what the fuck they asked me?
I think a lot of them would have got the hell on.
They would have left like, what? Bye.
I don't know. You like that for you to be asking me questions like that.
I probably would have been like, what the hell? What you mean? I would have turned it back and be like, how fucking aware are you?
Yeah. You would do some shit like that.
Like, are you aware of your emotional trauma?
And what if they handle that answer well and they gonna flip it right back on you? What you gonna do?
I guess we'd be some flipping ass people because I would have stood my ground.
You would have avoided that whole, all them both. That's two questions in one. You would have
questions in one.
You would have avoided that, huh? In your own way.
Maybe not. I can't say right now because I'm not in that space. I'm not in that space right now to be like that.
So you feel that way
I
now?
feel like I would have came with an answer. I would have had a comeback. I would have came with an answer.
I'm sure you
whether
would.
or not they would have accepted that, whether or not they would have accepted that answer, I would have came with an answer.
You would.
Yeah, I would.
Your damn self.
Yes, I would have came with an answer. Might not have been an answer they wanted to hear, but it would have been an answer. So yeah, I mean,
I probably would have been stuck. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have been stuck. I wouldn't know how to answer that shit because that means I have a lot of unresolved emotional baggage that I haven't cleaned up and dealt with. Now, if you talk to me now, okay, that's gonna be a different scenario because I can actually answer it more now because I'm trying to actually deal with it and change some things, and I'm becoming more aware of what I'm going through and who I am during my struggle in life.
Right. I mean, my answer might not have been the right answer back then, but it would have been an answer probably out of defense. I probably would have been offended or on the defense.
I wouldn't have had shit to say. I'm just gonna tell you. I'd just been stuck like Chuck and like, look, okay, well, I gotta go. This is getting awkward. See, I could definitely see a lot of people dismissing themselves from the table or wherever they at. They could be upstanding and someone asks this question, they just walk off, whatever. I could see a lot of people running away from this. But that just lets you know that, you know, people are not ready at the time to take it to the next level. You know, there's things they still trying to work on and deal with, and they don't want to deal with that. But I think if people start asking these kind of questions, you see where people at. And like I said, you can dodge a bullet. You can avoid disappointment. You can avoid wasting your time and energy. You can avoid the possible abuse you would have to go through or problems you would have to go through. And then when you go through it, then you be asking this shit later on. And it's too late. So
that's true.
You know, so I mean it's something to think about. Damn, I wish I had this goddamn question, this kind of damn question when I was dating on the scene.
Dating, relationships, for me, anyway,
Right.
because I could have avoided the years that I was in a couple of relationships that this could have got knocked out the way quick.
Right. Yeah, you're not waiting. You actually, you're not even wasting no time asking. You're going to get directly to the issue and straight to the point.
Right. Absolutely. So yeah, that's a good question. We got to definitely bring that question back up on social media, and hopefully some people not scared or uncomfortable to answer. Again, it's not your right or it's your answer. It's not our answer. It's your answer.
Right, and we cool with it. You know, whatever, however you feel at the time, because things can change over time. You might feel one way 1 minute, then next minute you feel another way. So, you know, but at times you just gotta deal with it though. You gotta speak from the heart. You gotta say how you feel, and if it's not for you, then it's just not for you. You know. And that's what you get out of this. You find out what's for you and what's not.
I will definitely say this, and this is coming from a genuine place, specifically for our LGBTQIA community. Can we please, and I've said it before, can we please take our time in getting to know people? I see so much social media and off of social media. We so quick to call someone our wifey.
Man.
We so quick to be
your boo, your new girlfriend.
Right. We so, and I know we human, because I've definitely been there, done that.
And we're
so
emotional.
Quick to jump in the bed, fuck.
And thinking that's love.
And call it love.
That's lust.
And I get so tired of hearing people say, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. Like, what are you in love with when you've only known the person like a day? or a week, or 30 days,
or 2 months,
or 2 months. Like, seriously, when I speak and when Uno speaks, we both speak from experience. I'm no better than nobody. I have been victim to, I am in love, I'm gonna marry, I done hopped in the bed more than I want to admit. I'm just being honest. And all of this Uno knows, because I don't have nothing to hide from her. So I understand. I understand when a piece of ass looked good once upon a time.
Mm-hmm. That's all it was, a piece of ass.
Right, because you get bored.
Yep.
And you go on to the next,
Mm-hmm.
and the next, and the
and
next.
It's the same
It's the
story.
damn cycle.
Same cycle, same story, same
Right.
bullshit.
And it's just drama on top of drama on top of drama.
And baggage on top of baggage on
Right.
top of baggage.
And you get into these overnight honeymoon relationships, and when it's all said and done, y'all...
It's not what it cracked up to be.
Y'all arguing, fighting, just way too much drama. And then you don't give yourself no time to heal.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You jump right into another one about, if 30 days. You know what I'm saying? And you're not giving yourself no time emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, psychologically, however you want to put it. And then next thing you know, you so fucking overwhelmed to the point that you feel like you want to kill yourself. And if you don't feel like you want to kill yourself, you feel like you want to kill the next motherfucker. So, I may not be saying it.
It's like you're not mentally stable.
You're not mentally, right. You are not mentally stable. Take time out for yourself. It's okay to have a little me time from time to time. It's okay.
You need a lot more of that, actually.
It's okay to have that. It's okay to know you.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to know your strengths and your weaknesses. Your self-love. We say this on every damn show.
Practice what you
We've
preach.
been in, 2 years now as Chit Chat Chew. 2 years. And we always talk about self-love, self-respect, self-care. You have to give to you. If you are not your best you damn sure cannot be nobody else best. You have to be your own best self. Is so important. And this is not a preaching thing. This is coming from a genuine place and speaking from experience. And I can't stand when people say, girl, you don't know where I came from.
What the fuck you mean?
I may not know exactly all, but I know what it's like to not love myself and not respect myself and put myself.
They just being their damn feeling. Anybody got time for all that?
Do you have some time? Actually, it's okay to have a date night with just you, yourself, and I. Mm-hmm. It's okay.
You actually enjoy yourself a lot more doing that.
It's okay to have some self-care if you in the house. Make sure you know you well-groomed and taking care of yourself. It's okay. Don't get into situations where you so supportive of other people's, their goals and passions, and you not taking care of your goals and your passions for yourself. Because I can tell you, I fell victim of that. Just being such a damn codependent, supportive, weren't making sure that mate was okay with everything that they was doing, that I was forgetting myself and what my goals and passions and dreams was. And then see, that person is flying off all fucking nice and they doing their thing with their shit, but I'm not getting that back. So I'm just saying, take time out for you. It don't matter what your age is. Take time out for you and what you need to accomplish. That's all I'm saying.
I feel you. I feel you. That's what you gotta do, man. You gotta really take time to yourself. Get you together. Focus on what you have to do in your life. Get yourself back on track, man. Take some time alone and get in touch spiritually with not just yourself, but the forces itself, the creator, the divine being, whatever you refer to it as. You gotta heal.
We lose a lot of brothers and sisters in our community because they think they thinking with their they dick, and they thinking with their tongue, and they fucking raw, and they're having oral sex raw, unprotected. And sadly, so many people, if they don't lose their life, they carrying a disease for the rest of their life.
All these cats that be, fucking these girls raw, you on child support. And you don't fucked your whole life up because you can't do no on child support. You can't travel, you can't get living, you can't get food stamps, you can't vote. So, right. Ain't that right? You can't vote when you on child support.
I don't think you can. I'm not sure, so I don't want to quote that.
But I know the other stuff you can't do, and there's other things that that prohibits you when you're on child support that they have set up in the system in society. So you gotta just be aware, man. You gotta self-care. Jay said it best. Self-care, please.
And if you're gonna have multiple partners, please protect yourself. I'm not here to preach to tell you, well, you better not do this and that. I ain't even built like that. But what I am saying is that if you're going to do what you do, please make sure that you are protected in every
It's critical.
possible.
You can't be reckless out here no more. You can't be doing it.
You sure can't, because too many of our brothers and sisters, not
They
just
falling,
old,
man.
our younger brothers and sisters in the gay or straight world, they are dying. They are just fucked up in the it's for real. Like, I'm
real talk, man.
It's like fucked up.
It's real talk.
So please just be careful. Please, 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 please stop falling in love every damn day.
And take your time to your damn self.
Right. Get to know the person they
know who you is.
Know who you are. Know who they are. Know
your worth.
Right. Definitely know your worth. Yes.
Shit. Know your worth. Because y'all don't be acting like y'all do. The way y'all be jumping from pussy to pussy. I'm talking about the gay community, lesbian community, well, LGBTQ community. It's jumping from dick to dick, pussy to pussy, and and have no
bestiality.
Well, that's a whole nother conversation.
But I'm just saying, please stop, please. Like, I'm so serious. Like, I see it on Facebook. I hear it at work. I just hear it and just everyday life shit. How people are, I'm so in love. And I'm like, do you love yourself? Seriously, do you love yourself? Because somebody is always falling in love. Somebody always got a damn woman crush Wednesday or whatever the fuck it's called.
Then they be in a relationship doing it too. I noticed that.
Exactly.
I'm like, yeah, I'm taking it too far now. Like, well, I don't know. It might work for some relationship. They partner might be cool with that. They don't care. They're like, well, you ain't gonna never get that celebrity any damn way. So, what I care, I got you. So it don't matter. I guess that's probably their mindset.
I guess so. No judgment here, because I know I got my own story. Been there, done that. But it took me one day to see one person after all that I've had in my life to be like, ooh-wee, what the bubble fuck. And I stopped. And I took time. And I took time from me. And I am where I'm at now because I am so glad that I took time for me. Yep. So,
it paid off. It really paid off.
Paid off. For real. So
even my ass, I went through a lot of crazy shit with women, man, and I mean, and I had to do some growing up too, because I did a lot of fucked up shit as well. I'm not gonna sit like I'm just damn victim in my mishaps in life, but when I'm just speaking on women, like, I mean, gone through what I've gone through, been through what I've been through, and suffering within myself and even externally. But, I got it right. I got myself straight. And I say, man, it definitely paid off for me, too. I mean, not only I'm wiser, I'm sharp, I'm smarter. I've grown as a person. I've elevated my consciousness, and I've met the love of my life.
Aww. Me too. I met the love of my life. And let me say this too, because of who I am and the way that I'm built up as far as this. intuition and the way that I'm built and humanitarian, and I know I can't save the world, and no, I'm not looking to save the world, but if I can reach one person, I'm so satisfied.
You're doing something.
And this is in general. This is not targeted to one person. This is in general. If you are out there and you are suffering mentally, I'm not a doctor, but however I can assist, if there's a resource that you need, you can find me on the Chit Chat Chew Show, LLC, or if we are already Facebook friends, I will do the best that I can do, because that's just how I'm built. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to suffer. Everybody is not bad, and I had to learn that, and I'm still learning that. There is support out here, because you can't do it to yourself. When you keep running around, when people keep running around the way that they run around, you get burnt out. I know this from experience. Like, you get burnt out and you feel like the end of the world, or that nothing, like there's nothing good that's going to happen for you. You need to stop, take time and breathe and regroup yourself and get some help. So I'm saying, if you need some help, just however I can be of assistance, and I mean that coming from a real good place, please, because we are losing a lot of our brothers and sisters out here. Suicide is on a high. It is on a high. It's on a high within the past couple of years, especially 2017. We're killing ourselves. We get to a point where we don't know what to do. And you take your own life, or the less of that is you turn to drugs heavily, drinking heavily, pill popping heavily. It's like there is another.
A lot of people on this pill popping stuff.
Pill popping
right now, yeah, especially with the young crowd.
Yes.
You know, I know there's people that's older that do it too, but for the most part, I see it's the young crowd, man. That's really on that Xanax, them perks.
They thinking for the second.
Right.
They not on no long term. They right now. This is
in the present.
In the present.
They do what it do it then. So yeah, without thinking about the long term effects of what they're doing. Like when they do something, they don't think about long term. They don't. It's in the moment, right now. So yeah, I mean, right, a lot of that pill popping stuff going on. It's crazy. So that goes back to what we say all the time: self-care is first.
Absolutely.
And I'll leave it at that.
Okay, so we appreciate in advance for those that will be listening to our first podcast show on Spreaker. This is where we're going to be. We're going to work through anything we need to work through, and it will get worked through, and it will be successful, and you will enjoy it. And what we want to do now is give you guys our social outlets.
Okay, so to start off, our social media info, you can find us on all these social media platforms. First one will be Facebook. Chit Chat Chew Show, LLC. That is our Facebook page. Make sure you like us on there. We have a Facebook group, which is Chit Chat Chew Radio Show. Make sure you send a request to us to join the group, and we will happily add you. Please support that. We also have a Instagram, which is at Chit Chat Chew Show. Make sure you like us on Instagram. We have a Twitter, which is at chit_chat_chew. Again, at chit_chat_chew. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. Retweet about our show. We'll appreciate it. We also have YouTube, which is Chit Chat Chew Show. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, like and comment, and hit the bell for notifications so you can keep up with our show when we are doing something concerning the show. We have a Vimeo, which is at Chit Chat Chew Show. I have a lot of the sessions on there from previous that I've uploaded. I haven't uploaded every single one, but I would say 70% of it is up there. I'm gonna have to upload the other percentage of it. And we have a SoundCloud. Now everything is on there. Everything is updated. Every show we've done is on SoundCloud. The past ones, the recent ones. Make sure you check it out at Chit Chat Chew Show. Make sure you follow us. And you can tell them about the website and also where they can find our soaps, and tell them about Be Authentic as well on Instagram and Twitter.
As well as our LGBT platform on Facebook, Lotus Monk. You can find that at Lotus Monk Biz on Facebook. That's our LGBT platform. And we also have a Lotus Monk on Twitter, which is Lotus Monk Project. Just want to make sure.
Put the S on it.
Again, that's Lotus Monk Projects with the S on the end. And so you did the Be Authentic for Facebook?
No, that's what I was saying. I'll let you do
so
all of that.
So the Be Authentic Products. Is
yeah.
That? Okay. So you can go to our Facebook as well with the Be Authentic Products.
That's it.
With the S on the end. And we have a...
Well, Instagram. I meant to say Instagram, not Twitter, but Instagram.
Instagram with the Be Authentic as well.
But it has an underscore in there.
And okay. So that's Be Authentic _ products. Be Authentic _ products, which is on Instagram. Our website is www.chitchatchewshow.com. Again, www.chitchatchew chitchatchew show SHOW.com. There you can see all former guests, their bios, pics, music,
social media info.
We have the soaps on that platform as well if you like to purchase our large or small vegan made soaps with the prices, of course. If you are interested, before that, also we're going to really start trying to get back and put our couple of our sponsorship packages on there. If you're interested in being or having your business on our website, we have a couple packages that we're gonna bring back and introduce to you guys. I like to put it out there also. We are also for 2018. We are looking for a virtual assistant or VA or an assistant who has strong experience and knowledge in marketing and also just keeping websites and social media up to date. Just popped in my head. I don't know if anybody's going to respond.
We're trying to build a team.
We are trying to
we can't do it by ourselves.
Small team. Serious inquiries only. If you are not serious and you know you're not serious, just keep moving. It's okay because we don't want the headache.
Stop trying to get something out of us or looking for a fucking come up, but you're not putting no work in.
Exactly.
It's not the place for it. Please stop fucking wasting time.
Exactly.
It's annoying.
Yes. If you are interested, if you are a solo entrepreneur, a mommy entrepreneur, a small business owner, if you work for a large corporation or you have a large business, we're open to all businesses, liaisons, activists, advocates. If you're interested, musicians, artists of all forms, if you're interested in being on our show, please send your email and your business information to chitchatchew_show@yahoo.com. Again, chitchatchew_show chitchatchew_show@yahoo.com. We see the email, so don't try to be cute. Just don't try to be cute and think neither one of us is going to see it, because we both have access and we both definitely check it.
Right.
Okay, so let them know about, as far as if you're coming with music.
Alright, from the music way. Okay. So if you got music, artists, whether you're a rapper, singer, lyricist, spoken word artist, if you have music, send it to chitchatchew_show@yahoo.com. It must be quality music. We're not looking for your typical traditional way, your traditional format of music, like how you hear on the radio. No garbage, no microwave music, none of that mess. We're looking for good quality music, not just content wise, but even sound wise. But when I'm speaking on content wise, when I'm speaking on that, we need to be looking for some elements, or either element or one of the elements, lyrical, real, socially conscious, or you just saying something like you actually making sense, you actually saying something. You talk about real life stories, you talk about your life, you're lyrical, or anything along those lines. Creative is creative, it got a creative style to it, whatever it may be. That's what we're looking for, because trust me, I listen to all the songs. Jay, every now and then might sneak up in that email, listen to something, because she just felt like she just need to listen to something, because, that's just her. But for the most part, if I like something, she's going to like it. So, best believe I'm playing all these tracks. Do not assume because you send a track that I'm going to automatically play it. We're not going to automatically play it on our show specifically. So, yes. You gotta come with the heat. That's all we're asking. Send some good music.
2 more things and I think we're done. Also, on our website, www.chitchatchewshow.com, we have a donate button. We appreciate all donations, whatever from your heart that you can donate towards our business. And, we're continuing to upgrade on our business endeavors, because we have the t-shirt line and we have the soap line, and so it takes money for all you people that have businesses out here. You can't do anything on a promise, or that I will pay you back. And I see Uno is over here and cutting a fold. But it's all good though. Anyway. Yeah, we have that donate button.
We have a donut button.
Donate. Well, if you got some vegan donuts, we take that too. We have the donate button and the guest sign in that, like you just sign in on our guest book. Also, we have... You made me forget what I was going to say, yo.
I'm sorry.
For 2018, we are looking for guest bloggers. So start thinking about it now, people. We are looking for all different type of guest bloggers, whether it's a person that does
not a one-directional blogger. We're looking for all sorts.
Wealth, all kinds of bloggers we are looking for to start for 2018. So we're going to start putting that out there. You can start inquiring now. No one person needed to know the information, and I got to get back with her.
Get back with her, Lee.
So all people who blog and you would like to be a guest blogger.
Guest blogger.
On our blog.
Our blog. We thugging this.
Hit us up at chitchatchew_show@yahoo.com. chitchatchew_show@yahoo.com.
You better email. We're gonna deal with you. I'm just messing.
So on that note, appreciate you guys much. I'm very appreciative and blessed and fortunate and all of that good stuff. And please remember that self-care. I cannot stress it enough for y'all or me. Self-care. You have one body, one temple. Please respect it and love it and cherish it and know your worth from head to toe. Do you have something to say, silly?
No, I ain't got nothing to say. I just want to cut a food just because I feel like it now.
So on that note, enjoy the rest of your evening. Make sure when you check us out that you're sitting back and you're relaxing and you're sipping on some tea or coffee or a nice glass of wine while you're checking out our podcast. Okay?
Be drunk off that Henny.
That 1800.
1800.
That Patron.
Yeah. That's a rock.
That's a rock.
That what's 50 Cent one called? What's this called? I forgot the hell his damn liquor called. Anyway,
or if you're not a drinker, you just enjoying that good old H2O.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it at
Effing.
all.
That's what it's called. Effing.
Okay.
Effing vodka.
Okay. Or that tequila.
Yeah, that tequila.
That tequila.
Right. So whatever you're drinking on, enjoy yourself. And good night.
Peace, love, and hair grease.
Sure.